Hey guys, what is up? It is Jim here. Today I have the file for the P229. So I'll cover over the model and then go over the building guide for the people who don't have LTD or just can't get it to work. So if you're on mobile or on a tablet, then no worries. So I did also put this into Studio so I could get a quick rendered picture, which is what the thumbnail is. And if you download it, you're on PC, then you can get the parts list for it, and then use the building guide in Studio to make it. If you, of course, ordered pieces as well using the parts list. So, real quick, this file should not be distributed or resold, unless it is me selling it to someone. So, yeah, it's just some standard legal information. So, anyways, enough chat, let's go over the model. So, it is exactly like the one that I had in the video, I think at least. But it does work exactly like it. You do have the working slide, which in LDD means that you have to pull down the hammer and then select the slide and pull it back. So if you can see inside here, there are some red pieces which you should remove and put some tiles in their place. And they are just so that I can actually demonstrate this in LDD. And I'll keep this feature in just so that you guys could have it in LDD as well. So you can pull back the slide, you can see the barrel gets exposed. You can of course look in the shell ejection port. You can't really see anything through here since it's not really meant to be opened up, so you can put the slide back. The trigger of course works. In LDD not so much, but you will connect a rubber band that is on the inside here, so then you will have that working. The magazine release requires a spring, of course, or you could opt for a rubber band on it if you pleased. You could use this detailing piece that I put on as for the screws. You could put a rubber band over here and pull it over to this side, and I think that would work, but I'm not too sure. I would just go with the spring. But you do have a magazine right in here, so it is pretty small, but it is a magazine nonetheless. And a fake field stripping lever, so if you really want to do, you can actually make this gun field strip. Sights are just normal sights, you can change them up, slap on red dots, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it, so let's just get on to the building guide. So I'm going to talk you through this building guide since LDD tends to mess up some stuff, but I think it should be fine. So we're starting off with the slide here, which is pretty simple to make, uses pretty standard pieces. So it is very important to keep this space open to make sure it actually works with the barrel. And you will also have to remove this when you're putting on the, or I believe it's this piece, either this piece or this piece, to put on the slide when you build the lower, which we'll get to. So these pieces are also optional. You could just switch these out for normal bricks if you don't have these pieces, but I added them just for some texture in the gun. It adds a bit more detail than just having standard plain bricks. This is the Rubberband Attachment. So you would put your rubber band over here and then connect it to the barrel. Just goes under here, so it goes in the slide guide. So these pieces might be a bit hard to get. I know I had this problem with my past P226, but I did find some in light gray, which is why I used them in the video, and they are much better to use because they look a lot better and makes the slide a ton more sturdy. And that is the slide. This is the magazine, which is very straightforward, super simple to make. So this spot is important to have, as well as this sloped piece, which is for the magazine release. So when the axle comes down, it will then get pushed out, then slide down here, and then get pushed in by the spring. And that is the magazine. Now it is the grip and lower. So this piece will be temporarily floating, but it will be connected as you build the top part of the grip. So this part is pretty unsturdy, but it was the best way to make sure that you have a nice clean look at the bottom of the grip and having access to an open magwell. So don't worry too much about this space being left open. It is very easy to just put the magazine release as it's built right in there. This is the Rubberband attachment for the trigger. So it is very important to put a rubber band on this before covering this up. This is where our trigger is going to sit. That's our red piece, which will be substituted for a smooth piece instead. This is the decocker. There we go. So that's the trigger. If you've already covered this up, then you can just take the rubber band, put it over here, and then put it in here. So make sure that the rubber band goes in here, then gets pulled over top these rollers, and then into there. Otherwise you will not have this trigger working. These pieces will be substituted with smooth pieces because obviously nothing can slide on there. There's the rubber band attachment point for the whole lower. of course wait with attaching that until you have the slide on there. So that is the barrel as well, completed. This is starting on the magazine release. This is when you would put a spring inside here. There's the hammer. This is the slide lock. This is the fake field stripping piece. This is the channel, I guess you could say, where the slide guide goes in. Just attached by the pins. And then you would put your magazine in, attach your slide, and then you would be ready to go, and it would be a done pistol. That is pretty much it. It is really a super simple pistol to make. Took me quite a short amount of time to make from looking at my video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and make sure to request some other guns you would want tutorials for. They would not be completely replicated by the ones I've made in a video, but they will be made in LDD and would work in real life. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys. Goodbye.